Hello everyone. This is Stephen here. I have a situation, and I'm not too happy with this situation. The situation I have is about illegals, and as an American citizen, I'd like everyone to know that I believe that a person who speaks to me should speak English. I believe a person who writes in Spanish should write in English. And as a person who reads in English, I expect the person to read to me in English. Now, the reason I'm saying this, and I've calmed down a little bit since my last video, and I decided to get rid of it off of YouTube. But since I am angry about it a little bit, and I am angry about it because we had a situation on Facebook, and I believe this nation is an English-speaking country. I had a little chance to do some research work and found out that 85% of Americans speak, read, and write English. Now, since that's the case, I don't understand why it's required in schools for me or anyone else like me to speak a different language other than English. This is an English-speaking country, and I expect people to obey the law. If I remember right, the law states that every American must speak English. And if it doesn't say that, then we need to have the law changed. I am not required or will be required to speak another language other than English. It really pisses me off when people from a different country come to this country and expect me to speak their language. Okay? I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right. I've been speaking English since I was a young kid at the age of 3 or a little bit before that. And because of that routine, I expect people who are white or brown or green or purple or whatever the case to speak nothing but English. It really makes me angry that when you talk to me or you talk in front of me and you're speaking Spanish in front of me, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Aren't you required by law to speak English? You know, I'm an American citizen, and if you're from Mexico and you come start speaking Spanish in this country, should you not, as a Spanish speaking person, should you not learn English? The reason I say this, and the reason I'm feeling like this, is because I'm an American citizen. I speak English. I expect everybody to read, write, and do right and speak English. Because I think it's rude for other people from other parts of the world to come here to America and they expect me to speak their language. I was born here in America. My family came from Finland and from Sweden. They were told they had to speak English to live here. So because of that, my family speaks English. Because I believe as an American citizen that you should speak English, I believe that's more than fair. I'm not going to recap anything I've said in the past, but I am going to tell you this much, that it's not fair as a United States citizen for me to have to speak anything but English in this country. I am not Chinese, I'm not Japanese, I'm not Germany, I'm not France, I'm not Spain, and I'm not from Mexico. Since this is an English-speaking country, I demand that you speak to me in English, not Spanish. Because I'm not going to tolerate it. I don't think it's fair. Another thing I wanted to talk about was if you're illegal and you don't have a green card or you don't have a U.S. citizenship in this country, please go back to your own country and apply for citizenship or apply for a green card the legal way. Do not come to this country illegally. Mr. Trump says he's building a wall all up and down the borders of the United States. I think that's a good idea. We need to close our borders. And we need to make every person who speaks English to speak English, and anybody that speaks Spanish to get a green card, or to at least get U.S. citizenship. And if they can't speak English, that they be taught. And if they refuse to speak English, they should be excommunicated back to the country they came from. I'm not racist against a person because they're black or brown or green or purple or whatever the case is. But what I am racist about is that I'm an English speaking American and I expect you to speak English to me. And if you don't want to, please leave. Because I'm not going to tolerate it. You know, on Facebook today, this lady on here, Miss Romero, and I don't have her, I'm not going to tell you her first name, but she felt because the fact that I told her that this is an English-speaking country, that I expect people to speak English, she took my name off a certain group, her garage sale group. I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right. So I've decided to contact my congressman and senator for the state of New Mexico, which is a United States country, and I'm going to ask all people in this country who speak English be taught that it's right and wrong, that whoever speaks Spanish, I'm going to ask that the law be changed, that anyone that does not speak English, all this stuff be required to speak English in this country. If they can't do that, I ask that they not be allowed to anything that's related to as a United States citizen. When I came in this country, I was taught in public schools how to speak English. Nowadays in Berlin and other little cities and Portales are now demanding that white people speak Spanish in order to graduate. That is illegal, and it's not right. People should not have to be bilingual to be able to speak a certain language. I refuse to work a job where I have to speak Spanish as a nature. It's not right. It's not fair. I am a United States American, and I demand that anybody that comes around me to speak English. And if they don't like it, please leave the United States now. I'm not going to tolerate it. Y'all have a good day. Bye.